Hello, I hope you are well. Welcome to my new subscribers. So today I'm going to try an effect that I saw on the Tea and Art channel. Including the link in the description box below the video. It's the Larimar effect. So Larimar is a stone. If you Google Larimar, you'll see the descriptions. This stone has an absolutely superb effect with something like cells, things like that. It's very, very pretty. So I'm going to try it. I've got this mold. You've seen it's got an irregular edge on the inside. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's deep enough. Well, let's give it a try. The best thing to do is this. I'm going to prepare my resin. So here it is. I've spread my resin in my little cups. I'm going to put some white in this one, since we are starting with a layer of white. So I'm going to put several drops of this white from Alumilite, I don't know. Well, you'll see that maybe I've put a little too much, but I'll put this white on and mix well with my resin. I put several drops and mix very carefully so that there's no problem with strands or anything else. It's something I've never done before. I've tried it, I haven't tried it before. I have watched several videos, but I'll try it directly in front of you, as I usually do when I'm trying something new. That way, if there are any mistakes, well, you won't have to make them again. Now I'm going to put this blue in another of my cups. It's from Resin 8. It's a company that was based in England but no longer exists. So I'm going to do the same. I use just a little bit of it since I need a white, a dark color, and then a lighter color. It's a paste here too. You will see at the end why I'm putting a damper on this mixture. Yes. And then for my third color, which should be a lighter color, I'm going to an alcohol ink from Marabu. I'm trying alcohol ink. Why not? It's a very beautiful blue. I'm putting all of the colors in the description box. So let's see if it works with alcohol inks too. And I mix very carefully, and then you'll see how I proceed. I want a light color, but not too lighter either, but lighter than the others. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. Now my colors are ready, and I start by pouring in the white all at once. That's why I'm hoping my mold will be thick enough. Oh, I've got a gnat. Ah no, not that. We can have enough problems as it is without the gnats getting in the way. Oh my gosh. And then I'll pour my dark color, my blue, in the middle. I have got a bit too much, so I'll keep it aside. And then the light color, this blue, that is absolutely gorgeous. I think it's Caribbean blue or something like that. And I'll add a bit of light resin, clear resin, also in the middle. And then I'll wait for the effect to take place. First I'll add a few small pieces of my cracks, which I've already used. Oh, a little shot of my little torch for the bubbles, because I've got a few. I don't have many, but I've got a few all the same. Now we are trying to get them away. If I see a gnat flying by, don't let it get too close to the flame. And then I'll add a few small cracks in the middle. So I've really taken something very, very clear. There are opal cracks from Mrs. Colorberry. So I'm going to put them in the center and we'll see if anything happens. I'm starting to have serious doubts. Yes, I must admit. Well, I've got some resin left, so I'm going to pour in the same way into this round mold. Yes, I've got a big doubt about the density of my colors, so I'm going to add some clear resin to my white, and you'll see that it makes a difference at the end. So stay tuned for the end of this video. So with this clear resin, I'm making my white a little less thick, if you want, because in fact, to get this effect, it's all a question of density, no more, no less, from what I understand. Oh my gosh. I'm going to pour in all the rest of my white. It doesn't fill my mold, but that's okay, because in fact the other colors will push this white close to the sides, so it doesn't worry me at all. Now I'm going to pour in all the blue. It's a shame I don't have much clear resin left, because I could have thinned it out a bit too, but no more clear resin. And I've got a lot of blue left. Oh, I've put in too much, of course. And then I'm going to add my light blue on top of all. And this time I don't know if I'm going to add little cracks. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Here I'm going to pour the rest of my Caribbean blue, sea blue. Yes, I think it's all a question of density for this effect. It's a very, very pretty stone, Larimar. I didn't know it at all. I have the curiosity to go and see it on the web, on Google. You could try. You could find it very easily. You'll see it's really pretty. I didn't know this stone at all. Oh, here is my gnat circling around me again. But it's not possible. I see it go by from time to time. So here I've completely finished my clear resin. Well, for my first coaster, it doesn't do what it should. Theoretically, the effect is almost immediate. Here it doesn't do it at all. I think I've made a big mistake, and I understand it. It's the density that's wrong. My white was far too thick. I added too many drops of pigment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to help him a bit. Well, I'm going to try and make some shapes. You'll see I'm going to work on it with my little tool, because, well, I have a feeling it's not going to do the effect I want. However, look at the top one. You can start to see the white coming out on top of the other colors. So theoretically, this white should almost cover the middle, but you'll see that's not quite the case. But I've started to get the effect I wanted, so I'm happy with that. I'm making on the other little drawings. I'm not sure at all they're going to stay. I have no idea what it's going to look like, especially this larger one. The top one gives me a little hope, but not much either, because the Larimar effects should be a little more distinct. So I add some cracks, but it's not necessarily. Now I'm going to let it all dry, keeping my fingers crossed. I'm going to bring you a little closer. Excuse me for the shakiness. You can see the effect of this white that gradually fills everything in, whereas here I have got nothing at all. On the left, absolutely nothing. My white is definitively too thick. I like the effect on the round coaster. Here I have taken a photo an hour or an hour and a half later. You can see that the big one, nothing, and the other one, I'm hopeful. So, it's time to unmold. Here are the two little coasters. It didn't work at all for this one. My white definitely took over everything else. So let's just say that here I have a very slight effect, but on the other hand the blue color doesn't come out. The blue color I'd used doesn't stand out at all. So in fact I even prefer the back. So now this one, I started to get the effect I wanted, but not completely, because here is the back. In fact, it should be white, and well, it's not bad. Well, I like it, but I should have had the blue. That should have come out more. My white, despite the fact that I diluted it in with little clear resin, it's not right. For this one, it's funny, it looks like an atoll with the white circle. It's not ugly, but not what I wanted. So I'm sure it's all a question of density. Resin, pigment. So my white was too thick. My blue, maybe I should have used an ink. Yes, but it's not the Larimar effect. And this one, it's a complete failure. There's really nothing to get out of it. It's a shame, but that's the way it is. You have to try things out to understand how they work. Well, the mold with the druzy effect, yes, it's not bad, but I don't know if I won't make one myself. It might be better and, above all, deeper. Well, that's it for my little experiment of the day. I hope you've learned something, as I have, and that you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget the little thumbs up. Until we meet again for new adventures, take good care of yourself, and see you soon. Bye.